Craig Powers, Firearms Training. Don't you just love wearing masks? There's nobody else out here, so I don't have to wear it. Just us. We're here. Here to talk to you today about the next in our series. What if the only gun you had for self-defense? Not the one you wanted, but maybe you didn't have anything else. Maybe the only gun you had was an Astra 1921. Maybe your great-grandmother was a partisan in the Spanish Civil War and brought it over here with her, and it's the only gun you have. Could you use it for self-defense? Okay, let's talk about it real quick. The Astra 1921, also known as the Astra 400, is chambered in a caliber called 9mm Largo. We call it Largo because it's large. The Nazis, remember the socialists in World War II, the Nazi National Socialist Party, also chambered these guns in 9mm Parabellum or Luger. The cartridge is also called 9mm Bergmann Baynard. There's a lot of Spanish police surplus ammo comes in periodically. I guess this one is from the arsenal in Seville. I don't know. Looks like it was made in Julio 1963, or Julio made it in 1963. Guessing probably that's the month. Anyway, the problem with the Spanish surplus is it's corrosive, meaning the primers have a lot of salts in them and they corrode the barrel. The barrel on this gun's not in great condition. Basically, the gun is an 8-shot magazine, one in the chamber, made in 1921 through the 1950s. It's kind of unknown how late they made them. This particular gun, according to the internet, which never lies, was issued to the Spanish arsenal in Madrid in 1936, a couple months before the Spanish Civil War kicked off. It's got stains on it that apparently look a little bit like blood stains. So, I mean, I don't know. Is it blood stains? It's kind of macabre, but it could be. Who knows? Gun's in pretty good mechanical condition. The bore's a little rough. It's not cleaned after, wasn't cleaned after every usage. These things are a little odd in terms of safeties. Now, it's got good safeties, don't get me wrong, unlike other guns. But this safety is on, off, on. The problem is it's hard to reach with your thumbs. You have to shift the gun, take the safety off. And it's kind of spring-loaded, it kind of pops off. But it also has a grip safety. So as long as it works, the gun won't go off unless you grip a gun. So they work pretty well. Gun's powerful. It uses a powerful cartridge. There's no locking mechanism in it, so it has to use a straight spring pressure, and it uses a really heavy slide. But it just looks cool. So the gun locks back on the last round, put a new magazine in it, and it'll pop forward, and you put your safety on and you go with the next rounds. It's very slick. It's a tubular gun. I always thought it looked cool, kind of Space Ranger thing, and it's got a lanyard ring. And the reason they have the magazine release here is so you could take the magazine out, store it instead of throw it away, because these are kind of overbuilt magazines. They're really heavy duty. You can still find them occasionally. They import them. Sometimes they're a little rough. The cartridge is commercially made, and I'm going to just tell you a little bit about Steinel cartridges. It's a company here in the United States, and they make, sorry for the noise, they make 9mm Largo. They make really good 9mm Largo. Their ammunition for the Webley revolvers, outstanding. If you're going to have a 9mm Largo or an 8mm Nambu or some of the other old cartridges, guns, and you want to shoot them, this is who I go with. Great ammo. Great company. So anyway, if I had this gun, it's the only gun I had, could I use it for self-defense? Nobody really makes hollow point ammo anymore. Again, you can buy a little hollow pointer thing to drill a hole in it, which is not real consistent, but it can work. Let's try it out on the range. We're going to do it 15 yards. We're going to do one magazine, and we're out in the chamber, full mag in the gun, and we'll see how it works at 15, and then we'll do multiple targets. And we're going to go to the range now. Okay, on the firing line, glasses, ear probe, you good? Okay. So I'm going to put one in the chamber, So I'm going to put one in the chamber. Safety on. Put a full mag in. Extra mag in my pocket. So safety on. Grip safety. This one works. Could you carry it in a holster? Carry the magazine. So grip safety works. Safety works. Could you carry it in a holster? Fully loaded around in the chamber, full mag of the gun? Yeah. Problem's going to come in how you take the safety off, because you can't reach it. You have to shift the gun, take the safety off. But hey, as long as you practice, it works. Let's see how we do with Steinel ammo, 15 yards. You ready? All right. Ready? Okay. Multiple target drill. Astra 1921, 9mm large, Largo. We'll start it with safety on. Grip safety has to be depressed. Got a full load. Got around the chamber, full mag of the gun. Never shot with this magazine. It's a used, of course, magazine. Let's see how it does. So if I had it concealed, and I had to draw it, and I have to take safety off. Safety's off. I step back, stop. Got a cover. And reload. And step back, stop. Got a cover. And reload. And so let's go down to 15 yards. Let's see how we do. The sights on that gun are small. They're not vestigial like some of the other ones we've run across, but big enough to use. My aiming point on this gun, on this target at 15 yards, was 6 o'clock on the bullseye. So we've got 1, 2, 3. Trigger is a little bit heavy. Gun does recoil quite a bit, but a little over a fist-sized group at 15 yards. Very doable. Very, very doable. So, you know, maybe the longest distance to your house. Is that workable? So let's talk about handling qualities a little bit on the gun. It's 3 to 7 yards. Easy to handle. The gun's got more recoil than you would expect. Maybe stronger push than like a shield if you shoot a shield. But easy to snap up, do a headshot. So if you had an Astra 1921, and especially if you could get Steinel ammunition, and if you could get Steinel to load you some hollow points, that'd be even better. So could you use that Astra 1921 for self-defense? Yeah. What are our negatives with it? Vestigial, well, no, they're not vestigial, but small sights. Almost vestigial. Nearly vestigial, sort of. Anyway, they're little sights. Got a safety that's very hard to do. Now, if you checked it out, trusted it, could you carry it with the safety off and just depend on the grip safety? That's kind of what the military expected, I think, at the time. Reliable? Yeah, really reliable. This gun's never had any issues with malfunctions. If you're going to use old ammo, you got to clean the barrel with ammonia, like Windex with ammonia. Could you use it for self-defense? Astra 1921. Yes. Would it be better if you had hollow points? Yeah. But if you didn't, if it's the only gun you had, could you use it? Absolutely. It's not a Glock. It's not a shield, whatever. Not a Browning high power, which is a contemporary, made about 10 years after this, 15. But is it usable? Is it workable? Yeah. And one thing that this has, lot of other guns don't have is this just looks cool. So I like it. It's a cool looking gun. Astra 1921. Could you use it for self-defense? All day long and twice on Sunday. Hey, we're at 5 Dogs Range. We'll see you there. Feel free to like and subscribe if that's what you like to do. And we'll see you on the range.